Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. Good, good, good. Super excited. All right. First of all, you're probably wondering, what the heck am I doing on a call with a bunch of weird people I don't know on a Sunday? So you're here because we thought of you guys because three different reasons.
Of course, you either love to travel, you want to travel more, or you want to upscale your travel.
As you guys know, we travel a lot, but now we're trying to learn how to travel a little bit nicer without having the nicer prices, whether it's direct flights or upgrades in hotels. So we're all about the up leveling our travel. You might be here because you heard a little bit of fun money or making a bit of money, or you want to do a side business. That's another reason why you might be here. Or,
Or you want to do both. You want to travel and make some money while traveling.
yeah. So we've found since the pandemic that travel no longer is a luxury. That's why we talk about it so much. For anybody who didn't get to travel while they were, in lockdown, you realized how much we missed it. And when I ask people about their goals or what's on your vision board, I'm telling you, every single person has a trip. And it could be to Machu Picchu or like a luxury cruise in Greece or even just camping, but everybody has a trip. People travel differently, right? So,
Some people travel every month, some people save their money and they travel at the end of the year.
when we had little kids, we can only travel once a year. Some people don't get a lot of vacation. That's cool. You might go, hey, I don't travel a lot now, but I want to. And then some people are retired and they don't have any kids anymore, so they travel like every month. Real quick, a little bit about us.
Because I'm sure that people will be looking at us and it's like, who are these guys? Someone invited you, and this is my beautiful wife, Lisa, and I am Mario. And travel is our love language.
Yeah. Our very first trip was to Cuba. We'd only known each other a few months, and it was a brand new country, third world country. I didn't speak the language. We went with Mario's friends who only spoke Spanish. And if you ever want to have a test of a relationship, go on a trip. Go on a trip together. So that was our first trip. And then, Angie, this will look familiar to you.
Yes, we did this one with Angie. We went to beautiful Utah. We kind of roughed this out, but we had so much fun.
We've done everything from climbing volcanoes in Guatemala, Costa Rica. Central America is Costa Rica is some of our really favorite places.
And this one is one of my favorite. We got married in Cancun, and we had the opportunity to invite 30 of our closest friends and the ones that were willing to make it to an all-inclusive place, and they came and joined us, and we had so much fun.
What I'm really proud of as a family is for many years, Mario and I traveled by ourselves to get a break from the kids. And then as they got older, we invested time and money to take them to Europe. And we went on one trip for 5 weeks for Brooklyn's 18th birthday. And then last Christmas, we spent 2 weeks in Spain, and we do cooking classes and walking tours and experiences. And so teaching our kids how to travel, first of all, it's not cheap to take your kids to Europe, to take them anywhere, but to take them to Europe especially.
Especially bringing teenagers that many times they do not appreciate the food or the tours or the historic places. But these kids are amazing. They
Yes.
hang with us.
We're teaching them to be independent, and independent travelers. So let's jump in. We've seen a few travel trends. You guys are going to find this to be super familiar or, probably agree along the same lines. But we feel that right now travel is really important in everybody's lives. Everybody has a goal to travel. Some people to travel abroad for the first time, but travel is something that people are talking about and taking the time to invest in. The second thing is that with computers and AI and the way things are moving so automated, people are spending more time and money investing in experiences. People want to go do things. How many of you know somebody who is traveling to do a marathon, right? Like that's a new big thing, and it's called travel wellness, right? Is where people go, okay, I'm going to run a marathon, but I want to do it in Boston or I want to do it across the Golden Gate Bridge. So we think people are going to spend time and money traveling in in-person real world experiences. And the last trend is just that travel is growing. whether, it's a 1 billion or this says here $16 trillion business, whatever that number is, we think that it's possible to get a little piece of that, to build a lifestyle business around travel. Travel agents went extinct probably about 10 or 15 years ago, and nobody needs to be a travel agent, but there's enough influencers out there that are making money off travel. We think that there's an opportunity to make a little bit of side money doing talking about travel. So when it comes to booking trips, I've found I love all these platforms. I'm a big fan of Orbitz. I'm a big fan of hotels.com. I swore by hotels.com for forever. And when it comes to planning a trip to Europe for 5 people, you can imagine how exhausting it can be. Planning on who's going and all the activities, what type of hotels you want to stay at. The way I plan travel, I love it. And yet it sucks the soul out of the trip.
Well, let me tell you, I got to give it to this woman. When we took the kids for a month and a half to Europe last year, visiting 7 countries,
Yeah.
staying in all these different places, she booked hotels, rental cars, activities, trains. My God, I don't know how she did it. She had a spreadsheet and all this stuff put together. And let me tell you, it was a full success. She's amazing.
A lot of fun. But one of the things I wished I had, which is why we're on this call today, is something that made it easier. And as much as we're going to talk about the deals you can get and all of that, one of the things that I loved when I started really diving into Travel Advantage, which is the name of the platform, is I did my due diligence, and I'm going to show you in a second, all of the comparisons on the hotels. I shopped the hotels, I shopped the cruises to do comparisons, and over and over and over and over again, I was like, oh my God, every single time, it's a better deal on Travel Advantage. So I love the idea of going, all right, I got one place I can look. I don't have to now check 5 different places every single day and map it out on a spreadsheet. Some of you are like, I would never do that anyway, Lisa, but some of you know my pain. Making sure that I've always got the lowest price. There's a lowest price guarantee, but just knowing that when I shop here, it's because I'm getting wholesale prices. And then the coolest thing they added about a year and a half ago is an AI assistant. I got to do a whole video on it, but I typed in 5 people, all of our ages, to go to Thailand for 10 days. And it asked me what activities I wanted, and I put it all in there and clicked a button. And then it showed me all the hotels, the travel, the transport, activities, all in one platform. Like, that got me so excited. And then the more you use the platform, the more credits you get. So every time you book travel on the platform, they reward you for that with your membership fees and then also the credits. So the more you use it. We have one, I'm going to show you in a second, hotels.com. I swear, this is about my loyal as I could be to hotels.com. And it took me 2 years to earn 1 night in a hotel. Right? But I kept booking through them because I knew I was getting my points. So I'm going to show you how you can rack up points really, really fast and really easily. All right, so this is what Travel Advantage looks like. The platform's pretty easy to use. They have a lot of different options all in one place. Like if you use Orbitz or what's the other one you guys, everybody use? Expedia.
Kayak, Expedia,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Priceline.
Yeah, so you can see they do all of the things, hotels, flights, cars, transfers. I'll be straight up honest. You're not going to get a deal on flights. Nobody gets deals on flights. They can't cut the flights. You might save $4 or $5, but just know that this is not going to save you on flights. Hotels, they have 2 million hotels, yes. Cruises, 100%. But these life experiences, I'm going to show you a few of those. You can see down the bottom here. Holy cow. Some of them are like crazy. And then when you add the loyalty points. So let's have a quick look. Already said this, hotels, flights, car rental, cruises, activities, and then package trips, the life experiences. Of course, you cannot book one of these package deals for Christmas or 4th of July, right? Like the deal is that when it's a bit of off season or at a time that's not high season, of course they're trying to offer better deals. So if you can only travel during school holiday, you're going to have a little bit more trouble finding like super deals. But for those of us whose kids are like not here anymore, the package trips are like unbelievable. I'm going to show you what those look like. Okay, so there's 4 different ways you can save money on travel. The first one is if you're a member. So just like if you're a Costco member, you get better prices, or a Sam's Club member. So being a member, you can only get these prices if you're part of Travel Advantage. So as Elite member, you get the discounted rates. Your loyalty points are your membership fees. So every time you pay a membership fee, those fees actually become dollars in your travel account you get to spend. Every dollar you put into your membership account is yours to spend.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a Costco membership and you paid for it, but you never showed up, they're not going to give you any money. You don't get any money to your groceries. They're not going to help you buy anything, okay? But this one's different because you get to use it on every trip. Then every time you use the platform to book a trip, even if you book your flights through Travel Advantage and you don't get a deal, you still get travel credits that start to add up that you can use to offset the price. And before you ask, yes, all of your points roll over from year to year to year to year to year, so you can save them up. If something happened, you couldn't travel that year, no big deal. You're able to save them up and roll them over. And also after 12 months, you're going to have access to 100% of your loyalty bonus points. And we'll explain that in full detail in a second. Because when we heard this, we're like, what? What is a loyalty point? What's a travel credit? I'll show you what that looks like in a second. All right, so let me give you an example. We're going to San Francisco in May. We're going to see Mel Robbins. My sister had the idea to go see her live, and we actually got tickets, which was a feat in its own. They sold out in 3 minutes. I felt like I was buying tickets to a Taylor Swift concert. I was like, refresh, refresh. We got 3 tickets, and so now we got to book some sort of accommodation in San Francisco. So really quickly, I'm going to walk you through the hotel comparison because that was my number one thing. I was like, can you really save money on this? Orbitz is always my go-to first place to look, but I'm going to show you 4 different platforms real quickly and how they stack up. I do have a longer video, it's a bit long, that walks you through exactly how I got there. So I want to back up how I got there, but I'm going to give you the short version of it here. So on Orbitz, so this is the hotel I picked. It's called One Hotel San Francisco. Yes, it's fancy, and no, we're probably not staying there, but I just want to show you the comparison. Because when I did the Orbitz search, this is the first one that came up that wasn't sponsored, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's a good way to compare apples to apples, so you get to compare the same hotel in the different platforms.
So May 1 through May 5th, I just picked one room. You can see on Orbitz, we already have like $83 like saved. It took us years to get there. Anyway, I'm not bitter. Alcove King is $3,838. On hotels.com, the Alcove King is $3,921. At the actual hotel, which you should always go check the actual hotel, it's hard here because you have to add it up, which I'll show you in a second. It's $557 a night. And on Travel Advantage, Hotel One San Francisco, if you look at the very top, this is what the platform looks like on the inside once you are a member. You'll see at the top right-hand corner. Oh, you can see here.
Yes,
loyalty points. So the day we signed up and joined, we got 490 loyalty points. That means $490 US dollars we could use for travel. The day we joined. Yeah. Oh.
Can everybody see the text on the presentation?
No.
Let's see. Oh, you're right. It's kind of.
Oh, it is a little bit blurry. How do I make that
why.
bigger? Okay, let me do this. I'll read out the numbers and then I'll share. Okay, hold on. How can I do this? Let me think my Yes. Okay. Let's do that. You're so smart. How about that? Okay,
There you
good.
go. Awesome.
Oh, I'm so glad you said. Okay, I'm gonna go back real quick. Ba. Okay, so that's orbits. 38. Yep, great. 3838. Hotels was 3921. The mission was 557. And then this is what the platform looks like on the inside. Great. Um, so this is what's interesting. Look at this. 3922. That matches with the other ones. Like, yeah, orbits and hotels.com were coming in around 3839. I clicked on the member savings, that little icon, and this is what drops down. When you're elite savings, if you're an elite member, you immediately save $1,524. When you add on turbo, which I'm going to explain for you in a second, that's $235 savings. And then your loyalty points, I can use loyalty points from day one. They're not going to let me use all 490. They're no dum-dums. Okay. But they let me use $53. So I saved $1,812 off of this hotel. So I'll tell you what the two winners were. I just explained all of this. So for 2 nights, it's going to cost me $2,110 for the 4 nights. So let me show you what they look like side by side. If you went with the hotel itself, that was better than hotels.com and Orbitz. And can I tell you, I feel incredibly betrayed by hotels.com.
Mhm.
I will never, I don't know why I believe that they always had the best deals. They clearly don't. The hotel had the best deal by far. Until you come to Travel Advantage and you see it's $2,110.
Mhm.
So you're saving $500 on one hotel stay. And on top of that, they're going to give you 2,272 travel credits because you booked it on the platform. And they do the same thing as everybody else now. It's like whatever price you see is when you click to check out, that's the price you actually get. There's none of these like surprise, resort fees and blah, 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 blah. So not bad, $500 on one hotel stay, and you get travel credits. So that was one hotel comparison I did. I've done a bunch of them. I can share more with you. So let's look really quickly at the other aspect of where you can spend your loyalty points and your travel dollars. The cool thing about this company I'm going to share with you in a second is it actually started in Europe. So they have worldwide trips and locations. You can see Malaga is in Spain, Malaysia. I don't even know where Agadir is. I do know Punta Cana in Mexico, but worldwide locations. They have 500,000 travelers around the globe. You are going to get wholesale prices. Why do they get wholesale prices?
Yeah, because they don't get to spend any money in advertising. Like I was thinking, is like, wait a minute, where's the catch? How come like this? They're giving such huge discounts, and the truth is that because they do not spend any money in advertising, you will never see a banner or any kind of advertising about Travel Advantage. Everything is word of mouth, and the people just recommend it to other people. That's what they're saving. That's what they're saving the money, and they're passing it on to the user.
Yeah. No big headquarters, no William Shatner for Priceline, no Super Bowl commercials. Then you can personalize your experiences with the AI tool and, of course, get points and credits. So the company is Make Wishes Real Life. Make Wishes Real. That's what MWR is. And this is the company, the parent company behind the Travel Advantage platform. So it was founded in 2013. The cool thing about this, when I heard the story, was that, you never want to start with a company that's just getting started. I've been with a bunch of startups before, okay? Awesome. Big dreams, big goals, but there's a lot of hiccups along the way. These guys have been in business for, over 13 years. They're in 5 continents, 150 countries, 500,000 different travelers. And they've been doing this in Europe. And so a lot of the trips you're going to see are in Europe, which, hello, that's awesome. But it's because a lot of their member base. They're launching in the US for the first time ever in Canada in January 2026. Haven't even launched here yet. So they waited and waited and waited, and finally they're moving into the American market. What's the story with this guy? Yanni is the president
Yanni,
or CEO, your
he is the
founder.
president, and I love his story. I actually got to hear the story that how he was inspired to start this company. His dad was in Amway. You probably guys have heard of Amway, and he watched his dad work really hard in the company to win that trip. And he tried and tried and tried and sadly never won that trip. So he said, you know what? I'm not going to sell any product. What if I start a company that helps you travel?
Mm-hmm.
And now you don't have to win that trip. Traveling and going on different trips is the thing that you're buying.
Yeah, he makes it accessible for everybody to travel. So the mission behind the company, and actually ours as well, is, and if you know us for any length of time, it's always to travel. We think the answer to everything is traveling more, expanding yourself, getting outside of your comfort zone. So traveling more. And for some of you, if that's like, wow, I wish I could, starting a travel savings account, which I'm going to share with you in a second, is the core of how you do this, but having a dollar for dollar match on a savings account. If it's something you say, hey, I want to be able to earn money so I can travel more. I want to make some fun money, or I want to have a side business making money talking about travel. That's an opportunity too. And then at the end of the day, our heart, Mario and I both, is to start a community. A lot of you are already in our community in terms of how we talk about traveling, about relationships, about raising kids, learning business skills, learning how to, get out of the 9 to 5. So this concept of like living more and being connected to people who are ambitious and exciting and have big dreams and goals. If you're not in a community, we're in a bunch of communities already, but if you're not in one, man, it's life-changing to be around people who are talking about big ideas and exciting things and going places and stretching themselves. If it's not with us, I hope you find a community because it really is life-changing. So why is it a membership? I don't even think we have to talk about this for very long. You probably could count on your hand, maybe 2 hands, the memberships that you're a part of, everything from Netflix and Spotify and Amazon. Memberships are the way, subscription-based products are the way that business is going. And if you've ever been part of network marketing, you don't have to buy the shake or the powder or the
product,
facial product or whatever. Buy it, store it, sell it, inventory it, do a party, test it, use it yourself. None of that. It's a digital membership. You don't have to buy it. You do not have to buy a thing. You do not have to hold a thing. I'm like, oh my God, we've never been in network marketing ever.
Never.
We're like network marketing virgins.
I watch my mom do it.
Yeah. I see people having parties no, there's no parties. Okay. All you have to do is, take pictures of yourself traveling and talk about travel and share the membership. And that's about it. There's 3 different levels. We're going to run through these really quickly just so you get a sense of what it is. We call this the college and broke kid plan. It's $20 a month. You will get some deals on hotels and resorts, but you don't get loyalty points. You don't get travel credits. I honestly don't know why they have it. But anyway, It's a $20 membership. The elite membership is $120 a month, $119.97. And that allows you to get the best prices on hotels and flights and car rentals and all of those things, the AI trip planner. And there's a one-time activation fee of $120. So that's the elite membership. And then the thing we're going to talk to you about now is this turbo, where you can add on a one-time turbo and then it adds many more options to your account. So I've talked to you guys, or I've mentioned this travel savings account, and this is how it looks. It's a dollar for dollar match. When you put in your membership fees, the company will match your membership. So if it's $120 in loyalty points, you'll get $120 that you get to use for travel every month. And you just keep adding it up and adding it up and adding it up. It rolls over. It's yours to use for travel. When you add on Turbo, it's a one-time upgrade. They will match your $120 with their $120. So that means every single month you're getting 240 loyalty points. You might as well say 240 US dollars you get to spend on travel. When you multiply that for a year, that equals 2,880 points or dollars. So if you were to put in 120 a month, at the end of the year, you get 2,880. The other thing they do is as soon as you join and you add the turbo, they'll immediately add 250 points to your account. So you add that to the 2,880. And at the end of 12 months, you'll have 3,130 loyalty points you can use. And after 12 months, you can use 100% of them on any life experience you want. I'm going to show you what those look like. But this is the best savings account you're ever going to find when it comes to travel. So these are what they look like stacked up against each other, okay? The other thing really quick on the side, the purple here, you get 1,500 guest passes you can use when you add turbo. You can add 100 loyalty points if you're bringing somebody on a trip with you. You can add 5 people to your account. I added Brooklyn, Caleb, Olivia, and my sister. Mario's already got his own account. So they can log in and look for all the best deals, still get all the best deals I do. They don't get to rack up loyalty points or travel credits, but you can add 5 people to your account. Let's say you don't want to ask them to join. That's fine. They can still get all of the discounts. And every 6 months, you can change those people. Mm-hmm. So if you were dating Brian and you're no longer dating Brian, you can take Brian out of your plan. Okay. All right. So this is what it looks like. These are some of the options. I took a screenshot, guys. There must be about 30 different life experiences you can choose from, and they change every month. They add new ones every single month. So you can see Vegas. Although I don't know how many people want to go to Vegas, but that's okay if you like to go to Vegas. I know you laugh. Vivian, if you're listening, I know you like to go to Vegas. This one's for you. Awesome. You know, there's Kazakhstan. Again, I don't know who's going to go there, but remember, it is based in Europe. So for some people, Kazakhstan is a fabulous place to go. And look how cheap it is. I would go there too. A Wyndham. Cancun, Thailand. Mario and I are talking about taking the kids at the end of this year when Caleb graduates to Thailand. He wants to do Muay Thai fighting. You can see $798 for 2 people, all expenses in there. So my loyalty points, remember, 3,130 will cover that trip, and I will have plenty left over to go on other trips as well. So these are the type of examples of the prices, because you want to know, if I'm saving up loyalty points, do I really get to use them? And the answer is yes. Yes. I'm going to show you another example, because this one excites me, this Mediterranean cruise, if I'm honest. We did one about 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. It was a 10-day cruise, and it cost us $2,000 per person to go on this 10-day cruise. This one's $1,000. It's only 7 nights. And it also, by the way, includes alcohol. All right, because that's one of the questions I have to ask. Is like, does it include alcohol? All right, so this is considered a life experience. It's $99 a person. You can apply 300 loyalty points at any time. Remember, when you join, you get 490. So you can go and book this today and use 300 loyalty points. If you're bringing a partner with you, you can use another 100 of your loyalty points, because remember, you have 490. So now it'll cost you $1,598, $1,600 for 2 people. For 2 people. To go on a 7-day cruise to Italy, France, Spain, and Sardinia. You can see up in the upper right-hand corner here, the map of like where it goes. Right? So that's an example of a cruise. Now, if you have a partner or a spouse, we thought long and hard about this. We like to game the system. If you each have an account and you're both racking up these points, then he could apply 300 points and I could apply 300, and now it costs $1,400 to go on this cruise together for the 2 of us. That's the way to do it. Yeah. You're going to really maximize your points when you each have an account, if you like to travel. Last one. The total you can see is $999. When there's 2 people, of course, it's $1998. After 12 months, I told you can use 100% of your loyalty points, If you're an elite member, that means $1,440. If you're turbo, 3,300, 3130.
Mm-hmm.
That means you can pay for the entire trip for free and still have 1,132 points you can roll over or use something else. So what a lot of people do is they spread their loyalty points out throughout the year, hotels, cars, different things. And then they can do that and they still have enough to cover a full, like, all expense trip for 2 people at the end of 12 months. Cool? So that's how the loyalty points work and how you can use it on your savings account. So the 2 options are elite
And turbo.
If you add the turbo on, it's a one-time 250, and then all of a sudden you've got double your points and all the perks, and you can add 5 people to your account. So it's kind of a no-brainer, but I want to show everybody that there's 2 different options there.
Out of both, actually, the one that excites me the most is the turbo, just because it's like having a 401k savings account type of thing. Because whatever dollar that you put in, the company will match that dollar for dollar. So you get everything double.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap up here, and then I'll take any questions you guys have. There's really 3 ways to look at this. The first one is to say, you know what? I love the discounts. I love the package deals. I like the idea of making sure I'm getting great prices, booking all of my stuff on one platform. They keep all of my reservations, my itinerary. I love the AI assistant. I love the travel savings account. 100%, I get all of it back. I can use it for travel. So one is just to join as a traveler. The second is to travel for free. When you ask 3 people and share this with them and they join, your membership is totally covered. 3 people. 3 people join your team, then all of your membership is covered, and you still get 240 loyalty points added to your account every single month. But the commission on 3 people covers your membership. So now you're traveling for free. You get a free trip at the end of the year or after 12 months. Or you can get paid to travel, meaning you go, I'm catching on to this, Lisa. If I get more than 3 people, can I make some money at this? 100%. So you can start your own little business. You could do it for fun money. You could do it for side money. You can do it for big money. Honestly, we're not here to talk to you about big money. We just joined. Until we start making big money, we're not really going to talk to you about it. I'm going to share with you what that looks like. I don't want to downplay it, but if I was to be honest, the middle of traveling for free,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's good enough. That works for us. But I'll show you what that looks like. It's $99 a year for you to say, okay, I want to be able to share this with other people, make a commission, get bonuses, and travel for free. They have their own business center. So I'm going to guess every one of you has had some experience with some network marketing. Again, we have never. It's not because we're against it. We just don't buy shakes and things like that. But if you've ever been in network marketing, you know it's like starting a little business. So on the back end side, they make it easy for you to keep track of your people and your commissions and things like that. Whenever somebody joins and you acquire new members, you immediately earn on a daily basis per person. So I've had 2 people join my team. I've earned $80 times 2. Mario's had 3 people.
Yes.
Pedro's on the call. Vivian's on the call. I don't know if Sarah's on the call. Angie's on the call. I have put Mario on my team. So I've already made money. In fact, I probably, in another week, will have made back all the money that I started it with. So you make money when anybody joins. Then you make a commission on anybody who's on your team. So 10% of their membership fee, and then it goes up when you start getting lots of members. Then you can see it goes up to 25%. Again, we can go into detail on this. It's cool, important, just not a big thing for us because, yay, if more people join, awesome, we're going to make some money. But we're not focused on this part of it.
Yet.
Yeah. Okay, so when you look at this, your brain hurts, and I'm only going to show you one thing because I think it's only the one thing that's super important. Right here.
That's where I am.
You're a silver.
I'm a
I know.
silver.
And by the way, he beat me. I'm not even a silver yet. When you get 3 people to join, you get daily earnings of $4. That equals $120 a month in commission. Guess what? What does $120 equal?
Equals my membership every month.
Yeah. So your commissions go into your little account. And when they go to take out your membership fee, they look in your account first. And when they see 120, they take it out of that. So it never hits your bank account, never hits your credit card. If you get 3 people to join in the first month, you never pay your membership. You still get 240 loyalty points. You still get the 250 bonus, which means at the end of the year, you get 3,130 loyalty points you can use on a trip. And you didn't pay for it, or you only paid 1 month. I know, you're like, oh, what's the catch? I don't know. They really want to make it easy for people to be able to travel. All right. So yes, you can look down and see that you can make 4,500 a month, or you can make 30, or you can make blah, blah, blah. This is it. This is it. If you go, I know 3 people, you're traveling for free. Okay. And by the way, when you start a business, then everything's a business write-off, all of your travel. Because you're exploring, you're going on these trips and you're using them as experiences for you to be able to talk about it. I mean, we can talk about the business side of things. It's a lot of fun, but this is the one I wanted to focus on. All right, so I'm going to wrap up here. This is what it looks like, because I'm really big about being super transparent and you guys know every single step of all of the details. There's nothing hidden here. We would never in a gazillion million years ever want to do something where you go, oh, you didn't tell me that, or I didn't know. So we're laying it all out here. If you say, hey, I'm in, I really want, this is awesome. I see all the benefits of it. I want to join. This is what it will look like when you get to that screen. The first choice is, do you want to join Elite Travel? It's the only option. So it's yes, by the way. You understand that it's $119.97 a month that goes into your account you get to use for your travel. And it's a one-time membership activation fee that goes straight to the company. So that's the first tick. The second is to add Turbo. If we have not explained why you should do that yet, I will do it one more time. As soon as you join Turbo, you immediately get 400 loyalty points, which is $400 US, right into your account that you can start using. I've booked a hotel already and used some of the travel points. And then the last choice you'll get is, do you want to do this in a way where you get commissions, that you get your membership paid for, that you get bonuses if you sign people up? Okay. Those would be your 3 choices. When you add all of those up, it's $588. That's the full getting started. How do I jump in? And it covers your first month of membership.
That's what we paid to get in.
Yeah, that's what we paid to get in. That's what Vivian paid to get in. Yeah. But last week, what day was it? Sunday,
yeah, Saturday, Friday.
We got a text message from the beautiful soul that joined us up, which I'm going to show you in a second. And they're starting this thing.
Actually, it was Wednesday because we just came back from Yosemite.
Yeah, we got back from Yosemite. It's called a Friends and Family Code, a quick start offer. Which is why I wanted everybody on this call today, because what they're doing is they're offering the first month free, the $119.97, and they're taking out the activation fee. Yes, this bit here in the middle, the code is going to give that to you for free. So $239, you save that. So now all you're looking at is the Lifestyle Ambassador and the Turbo add-on. The trick is we only have 3 codes each. Mario has 3. Do you still have 3?
I used my 3, but remember that they
reset it.
They reset them to get another 3.
You have 3.
Yes.
I have 3.
You have 3.
Angie has 3. Pedro has 3, and Vivian has 3.
Yes.
So we have a bunch, but they expire November 4th. So I know Angie joined and she got to use one of the codes, and Pedro joined and he used one of the codes.
Yes.
And Sarah did. So the codes work. It's awesome. So you end up paying, I don't know, $240 some odd dollars for everything. No, $349.97.
Mm-hmm. $350.
And
you're in.
It expires on Tuesday at EST, so 9 o'clock PST times. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Here's what got us really excited. They haven't launched in the US yet. They started in 2013, and it took them about 7 years to get 100,000 members. After the pandemic, they exploded. They have 500,000 members. In the US right now, they have 3,500. We're in pre-launch. The goal is to get to 10,000 by the time we launch in January. So like we're in pre-launch at the moment. The only thing I know about network marketing is if you're going to do it,
Start at the beginning.
get in at the beginning. Like, I don't even know why. It just, you get in at the beginning, because come January and February, you're going to see this pop up everywhere on everybody's social media. Okay. It's awesome. Good for them. There's plenty out there. We don't have to fight with anybody for attention, but just, we wanted you guys to hear it before you see it on social media from somebody else. Okay. So we're in pre-launch now. And what we're most excited about, this picture means so much to me. This beautiful soul on the right, her name is Tracy. She's been one of my friends and mentors for the last 5 years. I met her during the pandemic. She's an Enneagram coach and expert. She has the coolest podcast on the Enneagram. Her and I, we did a couples session with her on our Enneagram numbers together. By the way, you don't have to know what the Enneagram is. It's a personality test. And this woman has been in network marketing for like the last 15 years. She like broke the mold in isogenics. Anybody know isogenics? She was the shake queen. The girl made millions and millions and millions of dollars in network marketing. And the girl on the left of her is Jen. She was in isogenics as well. The guy in the middle is the CEO of the company. He tapped Jen to start the North American launch. 2 people to launch here in North America. And Tracy and Jen are best friends. Tracy's the person that shared this with us. Mm-hmm. We are about as close as we can get to the person who's launching, who's as close as you can get to the person who runs the company. So we trust our mentor. She walked away from isogenics. This is what blows me away. She told me she hasn't touched her business in 8 years, and she still was making close to 6 figures. And she cut that off because you're required to do that when you join a new company. So she gave up passive income of almost 6 figures. And it was like $88,000 to do this, to start at the bottom again. Anyway, I love her. She's awesome. So we have a mentor. We have somebody that's coaching us along the way. All right. Both of them. The second is community. Mario and I, our heart is to help people wake up to their potential, to the possibilities, to earn money, to like stretch yourselves, to get out of the country, to grow. And so more people that we can be in contact with, we can talk about how to up-level your life and your wealth and your health and your parenting and your love. Like, we get to hang out together. You know, we get to do life together. We get to talk about building our dreams and our businesses together. When you join us and you join our team, that's what you're also joining, is just connection and community with us. And then lastly,
making a little bit of fun money on the side. Yeah. Never hurts.
Yeah. You know, if you get more than 3 people and you start bringing in a little bit of money, it offsets, you know, more of your travel. And yes, there's potential to make a lot of money. We both have jobs. We're not quitting our jobs, and we're not here to like just, you know, make a ton of money. But I'm curious. I would love to see what this looks like when you help a lot of people, you know, travel more, expand more. There's a reward, there's a value for that. So if you know people that you would talk to about travel, it just makes sense to be able to make some money doing that. All right. That's pretty much it from us. Like, if somebody invited you that wasn't Mario and I, go back to them, talk to them about their code, about, you know, what it looks like to enroll, what are the steps to doing that. If somebody shared this with you, just know that they're part of our team, which means we get to know you at some point along the way.
Yes.
Let me put this back on us. Hold on a second. I'm going to stop sharing this thing and just talk to you guys.
There we are.
There. Yeah. I don't know. We will ask. No? Miss Enneagram 1. Yes, we will ask that. I definitely know they roll over. I just don't know to the extent of how long they roll over.
That was one of my very first questions when we joined. And Tracy told me like they do not expire. So to not be able to answer your question, do they ever expire? I don't know. But as far as I know, she told me they do not expire.
Yeah, good question. Other questions, or like what excites you the most? I mean, we were preparing for this like tonight and in prepping our presentation, and I got excited all over again. As I've been doing like some hotel searches and stuff, every time I'm like, dang, it really does work. Meaning like every time we're going to Austin next month, and we're going to Mexico for Christmas, and I use it all the time now just to check all of our prices.
And guess what, guys? I am traveling for free now because I got
Yes,
my
Smart has
three.
got his three.
Yes, my cousin,
So
my daughter,
yeah,
and my good friend Sarah.
yeah. So you've been doing it. We've been doing it like 3 weeks, 3.5
Yeah,
weeks, and so yeah, he won't have to pay his Bye, Pam. Um, he doesn't have to pay his membership next month.
and the best part is because I have Turbo. I don't know. I don't only get to travel for free. I get to make money already because they're matching my monthly monthly payment. So
Yeah.
I am super excited. I know that Gautam doesn't like to travel. Rarely, he rarely travels.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll see if I can get you access to all the life experiences so you get a taste of what they're like. They're date centered. So once like the one to Marrakesh, I think was like this week, or just finished up this week. So of course that will drop off, and they've added new ones. The newest one they announced was to Nairobi. One was to Nairobi. One was to St. Petersburg in Russia. Again, I'm like, who goes to Russia? Well, Europeans go to Russia, right? A lot to Turkey and Istanbul. And because they're launching in the US, they're really focusing on Mexico, Costa Rica, and Central America. Yes, the US, but as you know, it's harder to get really, really amazing deals in the US. Just our prices are a little bit more expensive, but they have Orlando, Universal, they've got some of the more popular resort areas inside the US. Everyone's different, so you need to click on each one to see. So some of them will include airport transportation.
Mhm.
Some of them will be all inclusive with all your food and drinks. Some of them will be include a tour, or the one to Marrakesh had like camel riding and ATVs and
ATV.
a cooking class and stuff like that. Of course, those, they're a little bit more because they include all the things, and some of them are just like hotels. But I don't think that's called a life experience. Yeah.
They send you an itinerary and contact. What I love about is that they take care of everything from getting, well, as soon as you get off the plane.
Well, it depends. Each one's
The
a little
the
bit
the
different.
one that I read,
Oh yeah.
it says includes transportation from the airport to the hotel and includes transportation to every
Mm-hmm.
single tour, including the
Bye,
camel
Kelly.
ride and the ATV. A van will pick you up and take you to the tour and bring you back to your hotel.
Yeah. You have to read the fine details about each. You can click into each one and look at what they include. So you can, when you click into the experience, it'll tell you exactly what hotel. And so because you're on the platform, you can then go Google the hotel and see. But I think there's a range, right? So we don't stay at 5 star. I don't want to pay to stay 5 star personally. I'll stay at 3.5 stars and be super happy, right? So yeah, this isn't like, oh, we have to pay top dollar to always stay at the fanciest
But
places.
you can.
Oh, but you can. Yeah, there's plenty that are like that. So Gotham, when I look at the hotels, and maybe I'll give you a code you can go in and just play around and look. Um, you will see the same as like what you'll see in Orbits, which is like a standard room, a suite, a king suite. refundable, non-refundable, with breakfast. So you have like, sometimes there's like 10 different choices that you can use. And of course they're priced accordingly, but I like choices. I don't like, oh, here's one deal and you have to take the deal. When it comes to hotels, you can pick, and to cruises, you pick all of those things. The package deals are a little bit more packaged.
More
That's
rigid.
that's why they're such a good deal.
And also you can build your own with the AI
Mm-hmm.
tool. I think the AI tool is really cool because now you get to build your own experience according to what you want to do
Mm-hmm.
and what you want to do only. And then you can put there the budget, who you're
Yes.
traveling with.
What type of accommodations? So one of the questions is like, do you want, basic or mid tier or, luxury accommodations? And so when you punch all of that in, then it will give you options of different hotels to choose from. Oh, and one more thing. They announced this month that they are now including villas. They got enough requests for people that want something like an Airbnb for family or traveling with, that you don't want a hotel. So now they've partnered with a whole property company that has villas. So that's one of the newest things they've launched. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. If you guys have any other questions, I'll follow up and send you the link so you can, look through it and look at what that. But we kind of shared all of the screens, so there's no surprises. You're like, okay, I know how much it costs. I know what I get. The optimal thing is to find 3 people, and then at that point, you're not paying for your membership. And then we think everything else is like icing on the cake. Anything
Yes.
else that comes through is a bonus. And being able to help people travel more and think outside the box and maybe outside the country is one of the things that we would love to see people do. Is feel like they can stretch themselves and maybe get a passport and travel to Europe or wherever.
And now, like the people that are in our team, in our organization, like right, I was telling Lisa before we started the call, I said, now that I have my 3, my next focus is to help
Yeah.
my 3 get their 3.
Yes.
So I'm talking to you, Pedro. I'm talking to you, Vivian.
Angie, I'm talking to you.
So now my goal is I need to help you get your 3 so you get the same feeling that I got, that now
Yeah.
you are literally going to travel for free.
In the clear.
And now you're in the clear, and it's like that is the next step. So everything, like, we're not leaving anybody to their own resources. We want to be as helpful as possible, because if we help you, we help the entire team.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. We'll let you guys go Sunday.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.
Thanks, guys. All right. See ya. Bye.
Love you guys.